Well, today is my last day on the island before heading home, and I've decided to do something a little bit different and walked around the rocks at Western River, and I'm going to fish out here. There's a big sand patch. In previous years I've caught snapper, flathead, whiting and trevally, as well as the usual rockfish suspects, but today is a dodge tide. Not a lot of tidal movement at all and no wind, so it's ideal for fishing here because with any sort of tide or wind the line just rips to either the left or the right depending on what's happening. So I'll get tackled up and see how we go. Okay, rigged up, so I've got cockle on the top, a pilchard tail on the bottom, and about 4 ounces of lead because you need a long cast to clear the rock shelf. So let's get it into the water, see if we can get a fish. Alright, well I picked him up winding in. Not what I wanted. Bloody parrotfish. Well, I'm not going to have any trouble catching rockfish. There are hundreds of them down here. They followed my bait up, they absolutely shredded it. And I'm sure I can start the day off with a little rocky, so why not? You let the bait come in close to the reef and this is what happens. There's dozens of them. There's some, oh look at that big groper down there. Can you see the groper? Big blue groper. Well, I think I'm a little undergunned for groper with 15-pound main and 40-pound leader, but I might be able to get him up on the top, at least have a look. Get him to come up to the top. I don't really want to hook him. Let's see what I can do. I've got a parrotfish on. There's no sign of the groper. Small blue throat. And I wouldn't be surprised if there's another one on the bottom. There's not. Small blue throat. Not that small, but smallish. And he's eaten both the cockle and the squid, the greedy bugger. Tend to kick like buggery. Like that. Come back when I've got him off the hooks. Right, I've got him off. Let's have a look at him. See why they call them blue throat, can't you? Nice fish, but not at all what I want. Well, I've given the sand patch half an hour without a bite, so I might have to entertain myself with rockfish, I think. There certainly aren't any shortage of them. So let's see what we're going to turn up next. It's almost instant bite as soon as you throw in. There we go. What have we got this time? Another parrotfish. No, it's a leatherjacket. And he's bitten the hook off. Pretty typical for leatherjackets. Left that in there just a little bit too long. And even with a long shank hook, I've still got bitten off. I'll re-rig in a sec. Let's see what I can get on the squid. Yep. Well, that went pretty quick. I think there's a few leather jackets down there. Let's get another hook on. Oh, it came off after all that. This time I got a leather jacket and I hooked him in the mouth because I didn't wait too long to set the hook. I think there's hundreds of them down there. Yeah, good size. I'm going to check that line because it's all been in his teeth. So this is a horseshoe leather jacket. I think you can see why. Quite a good size, quite good eating apparently, but I can't be bothered with them. So, one. You go in there, well I can't catch you again. Double the parrotfish. Well, there are as many of these down there as you want. Double header city, horseshoe leather jacket and a parrotfish. Not as big as the last one. Oh, leather jacket just got off. You've got to be quick, because they are all over it in about a second. That bait disappears at a rate of knots. Last cast with this bait. And gone. Oh, leather jacket got off. Look at them down there, they're thick. Have to strike at the first indication of a bite or the bait's gone. Another horseshoe. Good size. Getting a little tired of this, I've got to say. There's no table fish to be caught, and these things are just absolute bait stealers. And here comes another tiddler. parrotfish on coffee. And they're buggers to get off the hook. Leather jacket. And this is what it's like, just one after another, but you know what? I'd rather be sitting back at the shack having a cup of coffee. Than catching these. This one doesn't want to let go. And there we go. Another horseshoe. That's about 4 or 5. The last cast. This is not exactly what I was hoping to do today, but sometimes you just got to deal with what you're served. So one more fish, I reckon. And this looks like it's it, as he falls off. What do we got? Another parrotfish. And only just hooked too. Oop. He's fallen off, so that's the end of that. Maybe one more cast, what do you reckon? Yeah, why not? Okay, this will be the last cast. And if I get something, well and good. And if I don't, back for a coffee. So there's certainly no shortage of fish on the rocks on KI if you know where to go. Well, that's a bit of weight here. Not quite sure what we've got. Be a parrotfish, I would think. No, it's a leather jacket. Well, there you go. Now I've still got a bit of bait left, so it won't be the last cast. Ooh, they got nasty teeth. Let's show them to the other camera. Horseshoe leather jacket. When the bait's gone, I'm gone. Well, it's just about gone. Yep. No, it came off. Well, not much bait left there. See if it's enough for one more fish. Yes, it was. Another leather jacket. And I lost my sinker. So that makes it an easy decision. Oh, lucky to get him in. Look at that. The hook's not even in him. So there we go. Half a dozen leather jackets, about the same number of parrotfish. Pretty good rock fishing if that's what you like catching, but it's a bit murky now. Coffee's sounding good. See you in the next one. So a good little session to finish off my trip to the island, and all that remained the next day was to break camp, hit the ferry and head for home. Until next time, KI.